we all know that both Tiger and Phil have their sights set on the next men's major. So let's take a look at their odds powered by PointsBet Sportsbook. As of today, Tiger's odds are plus 2,200, meaning a $10 bet would win $220. Plus, Phil checks in at plus 6,000, meaning a $10 bet would win you $600. Not bad at all. So time now to take your pick. Should Tiger or Phil feel more confident about their chances next month? Robert, Darren, what do you reckon?
Well, obviously neither playing their best, but Phil's been struggling mightily. Unless he plays with the guys over 50, he's been struggling mightily for a few years now. And I just think that when Tiger gets to Augusta, it's going to be the old juices flowing, and he's going to remember everything that happened. Was it last year? Who knows? It's been forever ago since the last Masters, it seems like. But he is defending champion. It is Augusta. It is a place where controlling your irons and knowing yourself and knowing the course and being patient is of the utmost importance. I don't really see either of them winning. I'm not going to put a lot of money on either of them winning, but I do think that Tiger's going to be more comfortable, probably have a better week.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think that Tiger has just a little bit of more current form that has success on the PGA Tour. I'm actually just disappointed, I think, generally that Phil Mickelson hasn't been able to take the win and the win previously and then also the win recently on the PGA Tour champions into the PGA Tour. And he even talked about it. I think that's where my hesitation's coming from with Phil Mickelson is he's talked about how different the course setup is and that it isn't a direct translation and that because they are so different, maybe that's why one hasn't correlated with the other.
Maybe a slight edge to Tiger, but I don't really like the way either player is playing right now. And how weird to see these two sons of Southern California grouped together at Sherwood on the opposite nine of where the action is. You want to be in the room where it happens. And they were not there this past week at Sherwood despite their comfort on the golf course. So listen, there's still time for both of them to find some form. They both, seem to smell the azaleas and dogwoods. I'm not sure what kind of plants they're going to have in November at the Masters, but they seem to drive down Magnolia Lane and they get dipped in magic waters. But neither has shown enough form on the PGA Tour of late to tell me they're ready to compete with Justin and DJ and Rahm and Patrick Reed and Colin Morikawa and Bryson and Rory. It just seems like these young cats right now are rolling and Tiger and Phil are running in place.
It does seem like a huge hurdle to climb if either of these guys are going to be contending against the list of stallions that you just listed there. But let's stick with the defending champion for just a moment, Tiger Woods. Robert, what does he do here? So he's got 2 weeks now before the Masters kicks off. He's got the opportunity to play at Houston, and it's something that we always say with Tiger, reps, reps, reps. The rust is clearly still there. He needs to get more play under his belt. What can you see him doing over the next few weeks?
I agree with you. Yes, he needs more reps. If he were to ask me, I would say yes, play Houston. Now, he doesn't typically play the week before a major, but it's not unheard of. He has a couple times in the past. But yes, he needs reps. That's all there is to it. Is he going to play Houston? No, he's not. I bet he's not. I just don't see it happening. So he will show up at Augusta hoping, like he has been the last, even this event where he's defending champion at Zozo, I hope things kick in because I'm not tournament tough. I'm range tough. I'm hitting balls at home. Probably I'm shooting decent scores at home, but he is not tournament tough.
No, and after the round, the one thing he did actually say is that he felt really good about his putting. And I think that the fact that he's taking some positives from a tournament that he did not play well at, and we know he had a bad first round, but a good second round. There were some moments that he certainly can take away from this week. And we don't typically hear Tiger try to make the most or the most positive out of a bad tournament or a bad round. So I was actually reasonably happy with hearing him say that after the round.
The way that both of these legends are going to be preparing for the Masters is interesting, especially when it comes to Phil Mickelson, because he likes to play the week before a major, the week before the Masters. Will he play Houston or will he tee it up on the PGA Tour Champions in Phoenix? Now, there are benefits to both of them. He sort of listed them out. The benefits of Phoenix, only 3 rounds. He won't be tiring himself out, but he won't be playing under PGA Tour conditions against the actual guys that he'll be competing against at Augusta. So what can you see him doing?
I would pick Houston if I was in Phil's ear just because it's the PGA Tour golf course. I think the golf courses on PGA Tour Champions are just not set up as difficultly, especially the one we saw when he won in Branson, Missouri for his first PGA Tour Champions win. These are two players in Tiger and Phil, and it's getting late. The hour is late, 11th hour, to find a trend line. with both guys. And yeah, Phil's won a couple of times on PGA Tour champions. We've seen that it's just not the same animal. With Tiger, we saw a clearly defined trend line before he won that 5th green jacket. We saw him battle at Carnoustie. We saw him at Belle Reve. We saw him at a Tour championship. We saw him kind of climbing the steps, checking the boxes on the way to winning a 15th major. For neither player, we haven't seen it for either one.
Well, it's a huge run-up to the Masters, a big week for both of these boys. Phil Mickelson, Tiger Woods, both a lot to prove, I think, on the major stage at the moment. It's going to be epic to watch.